Former president of Venezuela captured in a dramatic US operation. Well, he is now facing a courtroom battle, and Mr. Maduro is back again in the spotlight. Nicolas Maduro is now facing a courtroom battle that could change the future of the Latin America's most controversial political figure. But the biggest question is not whether Nicolas Maduro will face a trial. It is whether the legality of his capture becomes the real battle inside the courtroom. Nicolas Maduro is set to appear before a New York court for a pre-trial hearing in the US drug trafficking case against him. The hearing is expected to focus on one of the explosive arguments from his defense team. That was his transfer to the United States legal, and according to the records, Maduro and his wife have been held in Brooklyn jail after the US forces carried out an operation in Caracas earlier this year and brought them to America to face the charges. But you know what? Here is where the story gets complicated. The US prosecutors say that this is a criminal case, not a political conflict. They allege that Maduro was involved in a conspiracy to traffic illegal drugs into the United States, accusing him of working with Venezuela's official and the drug networks. However, Maduro has completely rejected those accusations. What does he say about it in his defense? Well, he has called himself a prisoner of war and described his capture as a kidnapping. His lawyers argue that before the trial begins, the court must first decide whether the United States had the legal authority to remove him from Venezuela or not. And that changes everything. Because this case is no longer just about the alleged drug trafficking. It has become a major legal and diplomatic confrontation involving the questions of sovereignty, international law, and the limits of the US power. Maduro and his wife have both pleaded not guilty, and if convicted, they could face the life imprisonment. But before a jury hears any evidence, the defense wants the court to answer a much bigger question. Can someone be tied to the United States after being forcibly brought there? Well, make no mistakes there, the courtroom battle carries consequences far beyond one person. For the Trump administration, the operation has been defended that has targeted a law enforcement action connected to a long-running criminal case. For Maduro supporters, it represents an unacceptable violation of Venezuela's sovereignty, and yet the final decision could set a powerful precedent. If the court allows the case to move forward, it could strengthen the US government's argument that international criminals can be brought to justice regardless of the borders. But if the defense succeeds, it could raise serious questions about how the governments conduct overseas operations. Well, the trial date has not been set yet, and the legal fight is only the beginning. But, the courtroom doors in New York, a much larger battle is unfolding. One that could shape not just Maduro's future, but also the future of the rules, that international powers, and accountability.